Okay, now in this video we will discuss about the expression of displacement. So expression of displacement in terms of the vector notation, we have to start from the average velocity. So we have to consider here, let the average velocity V average in a given interval of time from 0 to t. It can be written as V average, it is equal to R minus R naught vector divided by time from t minus 0. Actually, we have to use here the formula, that is velocity is equal to distance upon time. Now in vector notation, the distance is the difference of the two position vectors. R naught is the initial position vector at time t equal to 0. R is the final position vector at time t equal to t. So R naught vector is subtracted from the R vector, and if divided by the total time taken, then we can find out the average velocity. So average velocity will be equal to R vector minus R naught vector and divide by time. So this is the expression for the average velocity. Now cross multiply and we have to write the equation for R minus R naught vector. It is equal to V average vector into t. Therefore vector R will be equal to R naught vector plus V average vector into t. So this is the equation number 1. Now we have to put here the value of the average velocity in terms of the initial and final velocity. Now we know that V average velocity, it is always equal to the sum of the initial velocity and final velocity divided by 2. This formula is used here in the above relation. So from equation number 1 and 2 we have to write the value for R vector equal to R naught vector plus V average means this value, that is V plus V naught divided by 2 into time t. So this is the next equation, and then again we have to use here the value of V from the first equation of motion. Now from first equation of motion, we know that V final velocity V vector will be equal to initial velocity V naught plus AT. Actually equation is V equal to U plus AT. So U value, that is the initial velocity, and here is the initial velocity is equal to V naught at time t equal to 0. So we have to replace the U by the V naught vector. So V vector will be equal to V naught vector plus AT. Now put the value in the equation number number 3. So suppose it is equation number 4. So from equation 3 and 4 we have R vector, it is equal to R naught vector plus V. V means the value is V naught vector plus AT means A vector t divided by and plus V naught divided by 2 into t into time t. Now again simplify the expression. R vector equal to R naught vector plus V naught twice V naught vector multiplied by t and divided by 2 means split the term after multiplication. Again AT. So AT vector multiplied by this t, that is AT square divided by 2. This 2 cancel by 2. So R vector will be equal to R naught vector plus V naught vector t, and this can be written as 1 by 2 A vector t square. This is the equation number 5. Now in the equation number 5 we have to use here the rectangular component of the R naught, V naught and t. So we have to write now rectangular component of r vector, it is equal to x I vector plus y j vector. Similarly, r vector equal to x naught I vector plus y naught j vector. Similarly, the rectangular component of v naught vector, v x naught I vector plus v y naught j vector. Similarly, for vector a equal to ax I unit vector plus ay j unit vector. These four equations used in the equation number 5. So equation number 5 can be written as r vector means x I unit vector plus y j unit vector equal to r naught. R naught means x naught I unit vector plus y naught j unit vector. First term, then second term is plus v naught t. So v naught means v x naught I unit vector plus v y naught j unit vector, and this term is multiplied by t. So this is the next term, and the third term is plus 1 by 2 a. A means a x I unit vector plus a y j unit vector and multiplied by t square. So this equation, it is from the equation number 5. So from equation 5, the equation can be written as like this. Now after that, we have to write the I component, means component of the I and j in the one bracket, means comparing the terms of the I and j. So the left side can be written as x I unit vector plus y j unit vector equal to, now this is the x term, well, and again it is a term for the I, next is a term for the I. So we have to write collectively in the one bracket after taking I common. So x naught plus this v x naught into t multiplied by t, and then here that is plus 1 by 2 ax and multiplied by t, that is t square, and taking I unit vector common. Similarly, write down in the next bracket plus the next values for j. So y naught, similarly, plus next term is v y naught into t plus 1 by 2 a y t square into j vector. Means we have to write all the term of I in the one bracket by taking I common, and all the term of j in the one bracket by taking j common. Now compare the terms of I and j in both the sides. Therefore here is x and there is this term. Therefore x will be equal to x naught plus vx naught t plus 1 by 2 ax t square, and y equal to y naught plus vy naught t plus 1 by 2 ay t square. So these are the two equations, equation number 6 and equation number 7. These are the two equations of the displacement along x-axis, along y-axis. So they are the one-dimensional equation of motion for the displacement, and these two equations are very important. These are used to simplify the projectile motion. So I hope that you have to understand the expressions for the x and y, means expression for the displacement along x-axis, along y-axis, and these are the two equations. And after that these equations will be used in the next to explain the next articles, that is projectile motion. Okay, thank you.